rise of meth, from Japanese labs to Breaking Bad. You've probably heard about meth from Breaking Bad or crime documentaries. But the story of meth doesn't start in a desert trailer. It begins in a 19th century Japanese chemistry lab. What is meth? Methamphetamine is a powerful stimulant, chemically derived from amphetamine. Imagine amphetamine as a cappuccino in a lab coat. Meth is basically a flat white with extra espresso shots. They share nearly identical structures, but meth carries an additional methyl group that makes its effects much stronger and longer lasting. Meth acts on the central nervous system by flooding the brain with dopamine, the neurotransmitter behind pleasure and reward. This intense dopamine surge produces euphoria lasting roughly 8 to 12 hours, far longer than cocaine's brief 30-minute high. This floods the synapse, causing continuous stimulation and the intense euphoria users crave. But this also rewires the brain, leading to addiction, anxiety, psychosis, and severe physical health decline. In 1893, Japanese chemist Nagai Nagayoshi isolated ephedrine from the ephedra plant and synthesized methamphetamine. His work was purely scientific, aimed at medical breakthroughs, not recreational highs. Fast forward to 1919. Akira Ogata, another Japanese chemist, developed a method to produce meth in crystalline form. This shiny, potent crystal form is what most users today recognize as crystal meth. Germany quickly saw meth's potential during World War II. Enter Pervitin, the Nazi military's version of meth, dubbed pilot chocolate. Soldiers and pilots ingested it to stay awake, focused, and hunger-free during grueling missions. It was basically the original Adderall for tank commanders and fighter pilots. However, while it enhanced endurance short-term, the inevitable crash and addiction worsened morale and health, undermining any lasting advantage. It turned out that meth doesn't build empires. It only keeps you awake while they crumble. After the war, Japan was flooded with leftover military meth supplies. Instead of destroying them, many found their way into civilian hands, sparking a nationwide meth epidemic by the late 40s. The social and chemical fallout was immense, forcing authorities to impose strict control. By the 1940s, methamphetamine had crossed the Pacific and began to be produced in the United States under the brand name Desoxyn. It was prescribed for depression, obesity, and narcolepsy. Surprisingly, today it remains a legal prescription drug in very controlled doses for severe ADHD and weight issues. Yes, some elderly patients legally take meth under medical supervision. However, by the 60s and 70s, meth production shifted to biker gangs and underground labs. Truckers used it to endure long hauls without sleep. And by the 80s, ice or crystalline meth became a major public health crisis, especially on the West Coast and Hawaii. Today's meth is nothing like the wartime stimulant. It's far more potent, cheaper, and mass-produced by large cartel-run mega-labs.
Meth has made an alarming comeback.
Cases involving meth have spiked over 1,000%.
Proving meth is still a major problem.
Meth is trending up, especially prevalent in middle-class neighborhoods.
More powerful, more plentiful.
Easy to find and so cheap.
If you want it, you can get it.
It's being called a new wave of crystal meth.
¿Qué tipo de drogas traficas tú?
Ice. A los gringos les gusta mucho el cristal.
This is no longer a backyard experiment, but industrial-scale chemistry with horrific consequences. Today, the dealers of high-grade methamphetamine operate in the shadows of the darknet, using anonymous cryptocurrency marketplaces to move their product. Methamphetamine's journey from a lab curiosity to a military tool, a medical treatment, a counterculture stimulant, and ultimately, a global drug epidemic shows how scientific advances can have unpredictable impacts. One chemist's search to make a faster-acting stimulant inadvertently created one of the most addictive and destructive substances known.